going to his shows when I was younger, like when we had first met, and he would pull up a girl for the slow dance.
Yeah.
And we would fight about this, like at the
Really?
end of the night. Like I was so jealous and so unhinged.
With all due, I cannot believe he stayed with you. If you were bitching about this portion at the beginning of your relationship.
Oh, that was not the only thing.
He must be so in love with you. I would be like, fuck this.
Dude.
If you're bitching about this now.
The Green Light music video sticks out in my head. Poor Anthony Mandler. This was the director of it. And I was sitting there watching the monitor, and he was just simply talking to a girl. It was a party scene. And I got in my car. Wheels were going. I was like, I just wasn't well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how are you now?
Great.
Okay.
Fantastic. Honestly, couldn't care less about now I see it. I look at it and I'm like, it's such a positive, fun, like fan experience. It's like, and then
right. Does he ever get jealous of you?
Never, ever.
Because you're you're
maybe
you.
because I brought Carl Radke home. So.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. Why don't you just tell that story, because it is kind of funny.
We saw Carl at Sundance, and I'm at the point now with Bravo stars where I think we're friends. I have never met Carl. I've never spoken to him, but we saw each other at I think the Variety booth thing, and in my mind, he had a really complicated flight back to New York. He didn't. It was like a Delta first class direct. But I was like, you should come with us. And yeah.
Chrissy basically berated him and forced him to come with her.
No, I DM'd him for his phone number. I was like, this is Delaney. She'll get all your information, your bag information. He was like, okay.
And he came with you on the plane.
He came with us on the plane.
And John felt a certain way about it.
It was really funny, actually, because John was seated already, and then Carl came on, and John was still sitting. Like, he didn't pop up to, give him a big hug or anything. And then so Carl graciously came over. He's like, hey, man, I just want to say thank you so much. You're like, I love you. Blah, blah. It was so sweet. And John was just like, for a minute, I could see John being like a little
because Carl's got the tight pants and he's tall.
Got the tight pants and he looks great. He's he's
sober,
clear,
yeah,
and he's just like a really wonderful personality. He just seems like a fun, cool dude.
That is so funny.
But he did pass out immediately, and I had so many questions.
Right? Wow. So you never got his side of the story.
I do hear that it plays out.
He
does a good job. He does a good job keeping the mystery.
Oh, good.
Yeah.